So as promised, here's my review of the Turtle Beach XP7 gaming headset. As you can see the box here, just want to show this and just so everybody can know exactly what I'm talking about. Let's get that out of the way though, so we can get into the real meat of the review. I can see I have him on this little guy from MW2. Shit, I forget his name. Anyways, so I did a pros and cons list, and all of that's going to be in the description, so if you don't want to listen to me, you can just go ahead and look down there. Alright, so I'm going to go into cons first, because I feel like everyone likes to get the bad news first, or it might just be me, I don't know. Anyways, cons. First one. The price of this headset, the MSRP or whatever, I believe is $280. Now, that's a lot of money, especially for a headset. You know, you could, for that kind of money, you could probably, I'm not sure how much Xboxes and PS3s cost now, but I'm pretty sure you could pick up a console for that kind of money. And, I mean, that's just crazy. If you want to get it shipped to your house, and then you got to pay for taxes, you know, we're talking either slightly below $300 or a little bit over $300, and that's kind of too much, if you ask me, for a headset. But, you know, if you have the money to spend and you're going to go ahead and buy this, great. I mean, as I'll get into the pros, you'll be able to see why it's really worth the money, in my opinion. So, like I said, $280 price tag is kind of expensive, and not that, I don't know what the word is. Anyways, moving on. So, like I said before in one of my other videos, I came from the Tritton AX720 headset. Stay tuned for a review of these. I really like these. But as you can see, compared to those, they kind of just sit over your head, right? Let me go ahead and take it off of here. This headset kind of squeezes together, kind of like a, I don't know what the word is, but it'll squeeze over your ears, right? See, if we take a look at the Trittons, they'll kind of just slide over, you know what I mean? Whereas these, they'll just be stuck to your head. Now, let me just go ahead and talk about comfort while I'm on this topic. Alright, if you're going to be playing for, I want to say 5 hours plus on a daily basis, this headset might not be for you. What I noticed after about a week of real hard use, we're talking like 3 to 5 hours of gaming per day, what I noticed is that my left ear, for whatever reason, maybe I have an oddly shaped ear, started to hurt. Not unbearable hurt, just kind of, what's the word, more along the lines of, it's just annoying, and I kind of just want to take the headset off. You know, I find myself taking it off and resting it on my neck more often than not, right? Whereas with the Trittons, sorry, let me put them back on here. Whereas with the Trittons, I could play for hours on end with no hiccups, and nothing was wrong with it. But these, my left ear would start to hurt. It could be me, could have an oddly shapen ear or some shit. But prior to the 5 hour mark, it was amazing. I really liked the way they felt on my head. Whoops, that went into a pro by accident. Sorry about that. Going back into cons, let me just go ahead and move this guy over and talk next. That was my phone going off, sorry about that. Talk next about the wires. Now, this may not seem like a lot of wires, because it's kind of just all bunched up here. But when you really need to get this thing set up, let me just tell you, there's, you know, especially for someone who kind of wants to have kind of a generally clean gaming setup, this really, you know, it makes it a hard thing to do, because look at this. This is everything you need to get it set up. And, yeah, just something to think about. One other thing I didn't like, this is the last con, is the fact that, let me bring this guy over here, there's no mute button. You know, well, no mute button on the wire. Personally, I like having a mute button that's on the wire. Maybe it's because it came from the Trittons, I don't know. But as you can see, maybe you can't, the mute button is right here, so you kind of just got to press it and then it'll mute. But personally, I rather have a little switch, you know, like, if it was on here, I could just mute it, unmute it, mute it, unmute it. It's just easier and faster that way. You know, so just another thing to think about. That might be personal preference or whatever. But now that I'm done with the cons, let's go into the pros, because as we all know, this headset is probably worth the money. Well, in my opinion, it's worth the money. First off, amazing sound quality. Let's just go right into that. Like I said before, I keep bringing up the Trittons. I constantly bring them up because I've had them for so long, and stay tuned for a review on these guys. I like them a lot. Amazing sound quality. Personally, I think it has to do with the fact that these things do just smash your ears. No, okay, that's not the right word. They really emphasize the sound quality because they're kind of the way they're positioned over your ear. You know, they really just hug your ear. And I don't know, it's just something to think about. It's amazing quality. They do kind of smash your ear, but like I said, you get the amazing sound quality. Another thing is that these have a really expensive and nice feel to it. You know, I mean, you got the leather here. I'll go into that in a little bit too. They feel really expensive, really nicely made. You can see the white stitching there, or maybe you can't. The white stitching there. And overall, it just feels really nice. It feels kind of hefty. Well, what's the word? I don't know. Like, you can see the chrome here, and it feels really nice. You can see the little logos and all these kind of cool little things. Oh, almost forgot about the leather. So, leather ear cups. I live in Hawaii, and we're talking, you know, 70 to 80 degree days is normal here, and that kind of eventually does get old, and it does kind of start getting toasty under there. But I think if you live in a colder climate place, this would definitely be the headset for you. I do like it, don't get me wrong. I've, you know, like I said, in that 1 week of hardcore use, my ears only started to really get sweaty after, one time. So, you know, if you live in a colder place, or you constantly have a fan running, or the windows open, or whatnot, AC, this is going to be an awesome headset. It may even keep your ears warm. I don't know. So like I said, as far as the sound quality, getting back to that, I do want to talk about the presets. Now, I could get my little card out, but basically there's 8 different presets, as you can see, or maybe you can't. Right along here, you can choose them as the device is on, and it'll kind of, change how the sound is perceived. Personally, if you already have this headset, I really like number 2 and number 7. I believe 2 is the chat booster or something like that, and then 7 kind of emphasizes footsteps and little things that you don't wouldn't hear otherwise. But I feel like you can really tune this and choose ones that really fit you and the ones that you like, and this can be a really awesome headset for you. Last pro, well, that I've noticed anyways, they have this little I forget what it's called. I remember back in the day I used to play Counter-Strike, and it was pretty much a voice loop. That's what it was called. Anyways, the mic will pick up, so here's me talking, right? I'm talking. It'll go into the mic, go through the wire, and I'll be able to hear it. I don't know if it's through here or what, but I'll be able to hear myself through the headset. So basically I'm not yelling because I can't hear myself. You can adjust the volume here for that. And it's really, I mean, it made a world of difference, because especially when you have, you know, a high quality headset like this that really sits over your ears, it's kind of hard to hear, I'm not gonna lie. You know, to kind of hear yourself talking, and a few times I've actually been yelling because I didn't have this on, because I didn't have this volume turned up. So it is kind of cool. It's a cool feature. So yeah, we'll just leave it at that. So, final verdict. Is it worth the money? Well, if you have the money, I'd say pick it up. I was playing Black Ops 2 with this, and let's just say that it's amazing quality. You know, you can actually sound whore people with this headset, whereas with the Trittons, they were kind of hard, I guess, mainly because of the game or the headset or whatever. But they work kind of hard. But with this, it's amazing. You can play search and, you know, hear everything that's going on. They're great. Oh, sorry, I almost forgot. One last pro. You can use this headset with any device. So your computer, your Xbox, your PS3. You can even plug in your phone. Hold on, let me get the wire. You can even plug in your phone or your iPod or whatever and listen to music at the same time. So for PS3 users, you plug in your iPod right here. So for PS3 users who can't listen to music and play at the same time like the Xbox guys, now we kind of got something that will alleviate that. I don't really want to call it a stress, but something that will alleviate that. So just another thing to think about. Kind of cool. You can actually plug in your speakers here as well if you wanted to do that. And so yeah, anyways, getting back to the final verdict. If you have the money laying around and you want to get a headset that I believe will last for, I believe this headset itself will probably last for 1.5 years good of, you know, hardcore use. And that's just something to think about. You know, is it worth the money? I think so. I do think so. You know, minus all the little cons and all the little quirks I had, I do believe that if you have the money, pick these up. You're not going to be disappointed at all. As far as the I can't even think, the Astro A40 review goes, I returned those to pick these up. I was having problems with the microphone, and this one works great with the PS3, whereas the Astros, the mic quality was too, what's the word, too quiet. The people I was playing with could not hear me, and that was kind of that was a huge downside for that headset, so I had to return it and pick this up, even though I had to put out, I believe, like $30 more or something like that. But totally worth it. Personally, if I had the money, or well, if I was recommending this to someone and they had the money, I would tell them to definitely go ahead and buy this. You're not going to be disappointed. They're completely worth it. The pros definitely overtake the cons by a long shot. You know what I mean? So, especially if you're going to be playing, you know, off and on, under 5 hours every single day, which I know 5 hours does seem like a lot, but some people do it. They start to get annoying at about 5 hours. So, anything below that on a daily basis, great headset. You know, minus all the little things I said, amazing headset. Do yourself a favor and pick them up. Thank you for watching the review. Stay tuned for a setup video. Like I said, there's a lot of wires, and I feel like that would be able to help some people out. Thank you for watching. Hope it helped. Peace.